You are tuned in to Resonance FM, and we're fast approaching the end of the show. We did just lastly hear, not Edith Sweeping, but Edith's Weeping from Old Ernie's LP, Chrysalis Like Me. Old Ernie is David the Wasp in Anarchistwood, and we've just been enjoying Anarchistwood, doing a fantastic session online just now, both visually and audio. And joining me now on the mic, I have Funk Cutter. Hello, Funk.
Hello, Dexter.
How are you?
Beautiful, thank you. How are you?
You are very beautiful. You have been making yourself... I thought you were made up, and then you went off to go and do some more, even.
I just did my face. I didn't do my clothing, which is made by Estelle Riviere Monster Lune, which is beautiful clothing, which I believe Swoonpin is wearing a waistcoat, and also Glenn Brunk over there had a headpiece. So we got our clothes made currently by her.
You described it there as what?
Monster Lune.
Like the Monster Looney Party?
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
Actually, it is incredibly like that. That's well put.
Yeah, she's a big fan of, and you did mention, didn't you?
Lee Bowery.
Lee Bowery, and it's very Lee Bowery, isn't it?
Yes, very. So what have we got to impart upon the listeners now? Because we have some important information. Get your pens ready.
Important information. We have a few gigs coming up. Our next one being in Southend with Cult 13, which you can come and see us, T-Bitch and Chemi Queen. And where's the venue? Do we remember?
Let's get someone else up onto a mic. Don't stand back. Don't be shy.
They're all looking confused.
We've got Swoonpin here.
He's
got to refer to his phone.
Swoonpin's very organised.
Yeah, is it? It's at the Lamb and Lion Moonraker nightclub.
Oh yes, Moonraker.
Moonraker.
And following that, we're going on a mini tour up north. It was going to be a longer tour, but Scarlett Carson and I had COVID, and we were both quite sick, so we decided to cut down the touring. So we are going to Todmorden on the 19th of November, which is in Yorkshire. Hello, everyone in Yorkshire. And hopefully playing with the Cars That Ate Paris and the Prangers. I am not sure of the venue yet, but it's organised by Saul of Buff. And if anyone knows Buff, it's all a bit mysterious.
Oh, sounds good. I like mysterious. And if people want to be less mysterious and find you online,
they can go to our website, which is punkvert.tv. And if you go /shows, you'll see a list of all the gigs that we put on. So anything I forget, and I will update when I find out where we're going to.
I have always been a huge fan of a band who dresses up for radio, and yes, you very much like the visual element. You've been filmed today by Black Triangle Films. This is a collaboration that's been ongoing, because you won an award together, didn't you?
We did. We got an award for Fear is the Mind Killer, which was our clown epic, which we shot over quite a few sessions, mostly in Kent, and also in the basement of Vinyl. I got covered in beans, which was quite fun, in a swimming pool, and several other locations, but London and Kent generally, we did that. And we won a Best Music Prize award at the Portobello Film Festival in 2018.
Is the film that's been occurring here today going to be up posthumously for people to look at after the fact?
Once we gather it. And I know that our dear friend John Clay here is also filming, who is
we got two film crews in the room.
Yeah, who we actually met on your show, I think the first show we did.
Yeah, John's become an avid fan now of Anarchistwood through his association with Hello Goodbye, which is always a good thing.
He must be deaf now.
What do you make of our new space?
It's beautiful, and it was so nice to hear the acoustics of the brass and vocals. I thought it was great. What do you think, chaps?
I really like it.
Definitely.
I think we should probably get a proper live show in here, something like with audience.
You could have a live audience, couldn't you? It's that big, yes. So what else is going on? What about releases? So you played tracks today off of Kaya's Martyr.
Yes,
and
we did.
You played two tracks, I think, or was it three? Three! Because Stagger Factor's been on two LPs
Well,
of
Stagger
yours.
Factor started off on Situation is Normal, and when we did it, that was in 2011 it was released, but we were working on it for a very long time. But it became heavier and far more kicking ass, and if you're allowed to say ass, as in donkey. And so we wanted to have a live version of it on the next album, so that was always the plan, but we ended up putting it on the download version. So it is on Kaya's Martyr, but as an extra on the download, as is a track by Tom from Alice Donut, who also sings Mitch's tune, True Love and Faith.
Well, you stress the fact that it's, download version and that. We should make a point that, that you're not only ambitious with the way you look, with your film ambitions and everything, you put stuff to vinyl, don't you?
Oh, yes, we do. And it took an incredibly long time recently because there's a very long wait. Everyone who was during lockdown has written music and wants to put it out. So I think there was a huge time difference between putting things out and actually having made them. And so they're quite old now, aren't they?
They are, yeah. We are, as you hear, with All for Free. We're already working on the new album. So buy the old album, Kears Martyr, so we got money to make the new one.
That's the way it works. All for Free, your penultimate track. I mean, that was really kicking. That's got a great groove on it.
Scarlett calls it a Dolly Parton track. I don't know why, but it might be to do with my big green bosoms. I'm not sure.
Your dinosaur breasts, yes. And what about other releases on your label, Ex Gratia?
Ex
Gracia.
Ingratiate.
Got there in the end.
It means all for free, effectively, and that we give with goodwill. And it's not a free thing completely, but we try not to make money out of it. Coming up, I'm not sure. We're going to hopefully do our next album on it. And I have been approached by a few people. But recently, it's gone a bit quiet, actually.
Well, you've got quite a sort of a sprawling family tree, haven't you, coming off of the whole Anarchistwood
It started
universe.
out with Rude Mechanicals, actually. That was our first want, was to put a Rude Mechanicals single out. And then we put our first album out, Blessed Are the Cracked, and singles. And then we also had Sexton Ming, picture disc, which you really got to get because it's one of the most beautiful albums Sexton's ever made. And what else have we had? We had Old Ernie, as you've heard earlier. T-Bitch, a bit of that. Sunlight Department. Anyone else is on that label? Can we think? Wonk Unit. Oh, that's right. We did Wonk Unit's first single a very long time ago.
Basically, go to punkvert.tv to just immerse yourself in a whole smorgasbord of
very tasty
Anarchistwood world. Right, well, we're pretty much at the end of the show. Thank you so much to Anarchistwood for coming in and playing so fantastically for us. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you also to everyone who's chipped in today. Julian Sander, Nick Cron, Travis Yu, John Clay, Chester Bentley, my son, making an appearance here today, chipping in with Black Triangle Films as well. So please do make sure you tune in next Saturday, the 5th of November, to hear a live session from Asmai Hamzawi and Banat Timbuktu alongside Simo Lagnawi. We played them here earlier on in the show. It is going to be absolutely fantastic. Set your dial to 104.4 FM here in central London every day, all day. Next up will be music from the Congo with Nostalgia, Ya and Boka. And if perhaps I say hello, perhaps everyone else in the room will project a hearty